KHQN has a lot of nerve putting these guys on the air. This is Escape the Matrix with Dave Sherwin and Dan Jones, live from Rock Canyon Studios in Provo, Utah. Call 1-800-776-1913, 1-800-776...
I wish we could have come up with a better title. I actually thought about it all week. I'm like, how could we make this really sound like how good it's going to be?
We're talking about trying to find a sexy niche, yet we can't make niches sound sexy.
We just couldn't find a way to do it. But today's topic is going to be great. Hang in with us all 4 episodes if you can. If you can't, of course, you can always see the recording, which will automatically be uploaded to youtube.com/escapethematrixvids. Escape the Matrix Vids. So it will be there. Meantime, Disruptive Marketing, we met with them yesterday, and I'm probably going to hire them to do some stuff for me. Pretty exciting little company.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I like actually all those companies over there, all those little tech companies over in that area are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, we live in Utah County, which is very entrepreneurial. There's been some pretty major startups here recently, including Orabrush is one of the bigger online social marketing successes.
That's true.
Right here out of Utah County. And the Novell building, many of you have probably heard of the company Novell, is headquartered right here in Provo. And they did a really cool thing. They've got a tower, their main building.
Huge.
And around their which is their building.
Right.
That's where Novell operates out of. But around the building, they've got what they call incubator buildings. And what they do is they give low rent to startups. Incubator situation. So someone who's trying to start a new tech company or really any type of company can go get really inexpensive rent and start up a cool deal, which is what Disruptive Marketing did. And by the way, what they do is they do paid search, and they're very good at paid traffic. And I'm excited to have either Jake or whoever. There's 3 principals over there. I think it's Jake who'll probably show up. But you know, a lot of businesses don't do paid traffic, and they should.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy because it's a win-win. If you dial it into the point that you're making money, you just increase the amount of money you spend, increase the amount of money you make. So
it's kind of the philosophy. If you could stand at an ATM and deposit $1 and it gave you back $1.10, how long would you stand at that ATM?
Why would you ever leave?
You would not leave. You would grab some type of industrial strength tape and strap yourself onto that machine so that no one else could get in your way. And you would be putting your dollar in over and over and over and over and just making money. And the problem is that people, if you're like me and you're used to Google and getting ranked on Google and getting almost free money, like when you're ranked on the front page of Google, you get so much traffic and you don't have to pay for every single visitor. And it makes you kind of lazy and greedy in a way because you're used to the high margin stuff from Google.
Right.
And you don't like only making a small margin, which is usually what happens in paid traffic. But then, of course, that's the small-time marketer mindset.
Because also you think about the time and effort it took to get up to number 1. And though it may not have cost a lot of money, it did cost you a lot of time to get those rankings.
Also,
and so I think that's part of the small marketer mindset as well, is that, oh, this didn't cost me any money, so now my margins are huge. But it's like you could have been doing something else to improve your business also. In the time that it took you to do all that SEO, you could have been doing paid advertising and turned it on like that. So,
and it's not acknowledging the lifetime value of a customer. See, knowing what I know now, I'll pay all my profit on sale number 1 to get a sale. I don't need to make money on sale number 1. I can make money on sale number 2 and 3 and 5 and 10, and hopefully the customer is still buying from me in 5 years.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. We'll have those guys on. We've already given the invitation. We just don't have a confirmation on whether they will, what Wednesday they can be here. But we look forward to that. Niche marketing, our topic for today. This is the art and science of finding where you should be marketing. We've put a couple definitions here. One of the things that I did is I went to Wikipedia and I did a search for niche marketing. They actually have a great page on the subject. And they got a simple definition It says a niche market is the subset of the market on which a specific product is focusing. The market niche defines the product features aimed at satisfying specific market needs, as well as the price range, production quality, and the demographics. Actually, that's quite boring now that I read it
I
out
was
loud.
like,
It's
blah, blah, blah.
but we got to know what it is.
I think you can sum it up, Dave.
Did anyone just leave the show? I think we just just the one
I
sentence
was like,
in,
wow,
we're like
specific,
losing people.
Satisfying focus defines product features.
Do we dare read what Business Dictionary wrote about niche marketing? I like this one better.
I like it a little better. But
Concentrating all marketing efforts on a small but specific and well-defined segment of the population.
there we go. Just that one sentence.
We're not getting. There's
okay.
more.
Yeah.
There's more, but we're stopping. This is a radio show, and we realize that most people listening on the radio are like inches from the dial.
Right. They're like, shit. If he says specific one more time, I'm turning the dial.
Let's make this useful to all these savvy entrepreneurs and business people listening to us right now. What does this mean? Let me give you an example. If I could have a website that ranked #1 on Google for the term weight loss, it would be game over. That's all I ever have to do online, and I'd be set for life. I'd be a millionaire many times over. We're going to, after this break, talk to you about how you break that down, because you can't rank for weight loss. But what can you rank for, and how would we apply this to your specific business and your specific offering after the break, KHQN 1480 AM. All right, if you're watching us on the Google Hangout, we're hoping that you could participate and you could ask questions there in the Hangout. And Clark, are you able to view from your control center there any questions that would come in over Google+?
As long as they come on the Hangout, yes. As long as they come on my little toolbar.
Yeah, and actually we have a good link in our Facebook now that actually takes you, it used to take you to the YouTube portion of it. Now it actually takes you to the Google Plus.
To the Hangout.
Join it. And it says you're about to join a Hangout on air.
That's better. That's what we're talking about. We want participation on the show. So if you want to ask a question, go ahead and ask that. Also, the product of the week this week is TrustJacker. Did you have a look at that, Dan?
No.
TrustJacker. It is sweet. I'm going to do case studies on it this week, and we will do a little training, let people know how to use TrustJacker as a really cool new tool in their business.
Looks like Google Plus has a new tool, question and answer, that I had to turn on before the broadcast. So we'll get that on our checklist.
Cool. So next week, a question and answer feature for you.
Outstanding. So we're back online in 20 seconds. So next week, when you join our Hangout, we will have activated the question and answer feature. So you currently, if you have a question, go to Facebook, facebook.com/escapethematrix, and ask your question in the most recent posts, and we will monitor that. So Clark, if you could watch that, please. Welcome back to the Escape the Matrix show. I'm Dave Sherwin with co-host Dan Jones. Today we're talking about niche marketing and the easiest and fastest way for most people to succeed online. And not only is it the easiest and fastest way to succeed online, it's a principle that everyone needs to understand who is marketing online. Now, everyone who owns a business should be marketing online. And so that covers just about everybody.
Everyone listening here.
But if you don't understand niche marketing, you're highly likely to not succeed. For example, we started with the example of weight loss before the break, and how if you could get a site that sold an e-commerce product on the front page of Google for the term weight loss, it would be game over. The traffic from that term is so huge. There's so much of it. The buying intent is high, and the people searching that term generally have working credit cards, and you just would hit it out of the park. The problem is it's impossible. I suppose you could try it. If you had, I'm going to guess, about $100,000 a month budget for SEO. Dan, what do you think? 100,000, would that do it even? It might not.
I was thinking you'd have to have millions probably to get up to that point, just because of the content, the amount of time that has existed, those pages have existed. You would have to be doing so much right out of the gate, and then you'd have to be doing it for probably a few years or something,
Yep. Spend millions of dollars for a few years.
Yep.
So if that doesn't sound like something you want to try, what do you do next? Well, we use the analogy on our post. By the way, there's a blog post about this episode at escapethematrix.net. If you click on the blog, and the most recent post is called Niche Marketing, the Easiest Way to Succeed Online. And in that post about this episode, we liken it to oceans and ponds. And the money for most people is going to be made in the ponds. So if weight loss is the ocean, the key to niche marketing is to determine what are the sub-niches in that genre that you can win in. For example, a subset of weight loss would be the name of a specific diet, like Atkins or South Beach. And yet, those are what we might call seas, to carry the analogy a little further. It's not an ocean, but it's not going to be easy.
Still
pretty big.
Get in there.
So you then look for subsets. For example, let me give you a great one, Dan. This is a cool one to do. Let's say you're a huge fan of the Atkins diet, and I don't think there's many of those people around, but there could be. And I haven't done the keyword research, and so maybe the Atkins diet is still popular with enough people that someone could succeed. And let me give you the pond. The pond might be Atkins Diet Cheat Sheet, or Atkins Diet PDF, or Atkins Diet Instructions. Does that make sense? That could be the pond that you could win in.
Now, there's something I was kind of thinking about this. We just described a keyword or a keyword phrase or phrases that you could go after. And that's kind of your niche, right? Is looking at specific keywords. Is that what we're saying?
It all comes down to keywords. Yes, it all comes down to how people are searching. Because ideally, again, this is pull marketing, not push marketing. What we're looking for is stuff people want. We're looking for, the hard way to market something is to come up with something you think is really cool and then try to sell it to people.
Yeah.
That's hard to
push.
do. That's push marketing. What's a lot more fun is to find a pond of hungry fish and cast some bait into it.
There you go.
So that would be, again, back to our pond analogy. We're looking for a pond that already has buyers. We're not looking to create a want or a need or a desire for something brand new. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people...
Casting your bait on the cement and saying, I hope a pond forms here.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
So niche marketing starts with finding an untapped or relatively open pond up in the woods that no one else is fishing in. And then just picture yourself sitting by that pond with all your bait and fishing gear and just fishing for as long as possible and being successful.
Now, once you find that pond, once you find those 2 or 3 or 4 specific keyword phrases, is that kind of, because that's now your niche, you're now looking for Atkins Diet Instructions, Atkins Diet whatever, right? Do you want to now fundamentally change your business around that specific keyword phrase?
Not so much change your business
am I
as
asking the right way?
No, you're not trying to change your business. So if you're already in the weight loss arena, say you're selling a weight loss product, what you're trying to do is tap into that hungry pond as a channel to get them to your website. So it might start by them downloading this guide that you create, 10 steps to success in the Atkins diet. And you created that PDF. And now you're going to create a website or a page on your website to get ranked on Google for that particular term. And then in that guide, say, you include a link to your product. It's a two-step process. Also, to download the guide, of course, you're going to ask them to give you their email. Where would you like us to send the guide? Enter your best email here. So now you've captured a lead. They've got your guide. Your guide sells your product. And if you're any good at all at online marketing, you are sending out emails to your list and marketing to them on a regular basis, because as we know, very few people buy on the very first exposure to any business. And so step 1 is they come to the website. Step 2, they download the guide. Step 3, they get the guide. Step 4, they start receiving emails from you. And step 5 or 6, they go, wow, this is a really cool product that could help me in my Atkins diet. And they buy your product. So you're still doing the same thing, and you're still selling the same product, assuming that you're in this weight loss niche. Now, let's back up a step. Some people haven't made their first dime on the internet, and we want to talk to them as well. Some people out there listening to our show are just like, hey, I don't really care what it is. I just want to make some money.
Yeah. They're trying to find something. They don't have an Atkins diet pill or guide right now. They know how to do a little bit of online marketing, and they want to do it.
And in that case, the world is wide open, because all you got to do is find a pool, find your pond, and
go on a hike.
Go on a hike, and you don't even need a website. In this particular case, what I would do is I would set up a Facebook page. And so let's say you have no budget and you want to make money online. That's the easiest way to do it, Dan. Build a Facebook page around that hungry niche and start with that. So let's talk about what are hungry niches, or sexy versus ugly niches. We can say sexy on the air and still be a family-friendly show, as long as we don't take the analogy too far.
Yes.
So sexy is a good word, though, because it implies attraction, like something that people want, not something that people, like your analogy of fishing on the concrete and hoping the pond forms. That's funny, but it's true. It's how some people are marketing.
Yeah.
And so
I'll have to make an infographic about that.
A
See if I can
fisherman
find a picture of a fisherman fishing on the concrete.
Fishing on the concrete. That's what a lot of online marketers are doing.
Yeah, and they got some awesome bait. They got some really good looking bait.
Good analogy.
Some really good looking.
They got a great
fishing
rod.
poles.
They got all the right equipment. They got their toolbox sitting there. They got their net ready to net the fish, and their bait is completely in
sitting on
the
the cement.
wrong place. So, what are sexy niches? Well, puppies.
Puppies.
Everyone loves puppies.
Kittens.
Kittens. Chocolate.
There you go.
Now, some people out there going,
Ooh,
"What?
right now,
You just lost
chocolate
me."
is huge right now.
Yeah. But now they're sitting there thinking, wait a minute, I don't sell chocolate. I don't sell puppies. How do I make money? Well, you know what? This is what is just going to blow everyone away. You can make money in anything. I'm just telling you, if you've got a bunch of people that are excited about a particular topic, you can easily make money in it without buying any inventory, without setting up an e-commerce website, simply through affiliate marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know already that there are millions of people out there who love puppies.
Yeah, and if they've
and
got a
who
puppy,
love chocolate.
they got to toilet train their puppy. And there's a million products out there. Just go to ClickBank and enter dog training and look at how many products come up that your niche would buy if they love puppies. It's the same with chocolate. It's now politics. We've talked about politics a lot on the show. Not the middle of the road politics. We're talking about people on the left or the right. People who not only love their particular camp in politics, but are against the other camp. If you can find a niche that is for their side and against the other side, you now have a really rabid group of fans.
Rabid. That's a good way.
Yeah, seeing as we're using puppies and dogs here, just go all the way to the word rabid.
That's true. I mean, they foam at the mouth sometimes to have the opportunity to engage in a little bit of a online argument over some kind of a meme that was posted by a Facebook page. And that Facebook page could be yours that they're foaming at the mouth to comment on.
And when you have that going, it's fun. We use the analogy of one that I set up a little less than a month ago called League of Legends Planet, facebook.com/League of Legends Planet. It's a gamer page. If you would have asked me a year ago if I would be trying to make money in the gamer niche, I would have said, I can't even imagine it. Can't picture that. How would you do that? I would picture trying to sell stuff to 12-year-olds. Like,
That's true.
How do you do it? But the fact is,
And that's kind of the same thing that people are thinking right now. How in the world would I start selling stuff with puppies?
if you're online right now, go to OfferVault. Go to OfferVault or
Okay.
clickbank.com and answer the question Dan just asked. How would I make money with puppies? How would I make money with chocolate? How would I make money with politics? How would I make money with any of these things? And between OfferVault, where you simply enter a term, and what it does, OfferVault, is it basically scours the web for every affiliate program out there. So Dan's entering dog training and searching OfferVault, and let's just see, Dan, how many pages just came up of results?
Let's see. I think there are. Well, there's six results I see. Dog training, 6 results.
6. Okay, that surprises me. I thought there'd be a lot more. But if you did that now at ClickBank and a couple others, but 6 is enough. You can make money for the next year with 6 great dog training offers if you have a bunch of people. Now, if you also go now on Facebook to I Love German Shepherds, or I Love Dachshunds, or I Love Wiener Schnitzels, there's a bunch of good marketers who've set up pages that'll give you examples of what we're talking about. Facebook, just look for pages about the various types of dogs. After this, more detail on affiliate marketing and finding successful ponds you can market in, whether you have a product or not. This is the Escape the Matrix show on KHQN 1480 AM. We got some audio stuff going on, I think. Well, that was, at least in my headset, the music got super loud.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just in my headset or if it's different,
Yeah, could be.
what's happening online.
Mine-
or on
Previously,
the radio?
mine was really quiet, and that one sounded normal
Yeah.
to me.
it might just be my headset is turned up.
I had the volume set incorrectly.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so after the break, let's go back to ugly niches
Uh-huh.
and what they are. Because some people listening to the show are already in ugly niches, and they're going, I don't want to
Dang
start
it.
making money with dogs. I want to just make money with what I have. So we need
Yeah.
to talk about that. And then we need to go through these elements. See that elements of sexy niches?
Mm-hmm.
So scroll down, see where my pages are here. Let's start right here with the advantages of sexy, the advantage of ugly, and to break down the difference between sexy and ugly. And then go through how to find them using these links that I have down here. If you're joining us in the Google Hangout and you haven't yet done so, the post that we're referring to, which is where we're getting all the points that we're talking about today, is on our website, escapethematrix.net. The most recent blog post, Niche Marketing, the easiest way to succeed online. If you're watching on YouTube, and this show is ancient history, it won't be in the most recent post on the blog, but if you search for Niche Marketing on the blog, it will come up, and you can see there's quite a lot there. There's links to the various things that we're referring to. There's more. It goes more in depth than we can cover here on the show, and so check that out. It'll fill in any blanks that we don't cover here live on the show. Also, if you have questions, you can go to facebook.com/escapethematrix, and you are there right now. No questions right now, but if you have a question, just go to the most recent post and you can ask a question and we'll answer it on the line, on the air. We're back live in 31 seconds. Now I need to find where we were.
Down. Right there.
Also, I want to talk about that drilling deep process with keyword research.
Okay.
We are back on the Escape the Matrix show. I'm Dave Sherwin with Dan Jones at KHQN 1480 AM and broadcasting on the WWW over a Google Hangout, which you can find a link to at facebook.com/escapethematrix. And if you go to escapethematrix.net, you can find our most recent blog post, Niche Marketing, which has all of the links and everything that we're referring to on the show here today. So if you don't catch the entire show, you can refer to that blog post. Also, every one of our episodes is uploaded automatically to youtube.com/escapethematrixvids. And those of you who are joining us right now, we were talking about sexy niches versus ugly niches, and we didn't really dive very deep into ugly niches, and some of you are in ugly niches. And what we're not suggesting is that you stop selling whatever you are selling because it's an ugly niche. You see, some of the advantages when you find these sexy niches is you're going to get viral growth. It can go a lot faster. It can go a lot easier. It is a lot of fun. It's kind of like riding a wave. It's kind of like surfing and hopping on a big wave and riding it, which is a lot of fun. An ugly niche would be likened more to maybe paddleboarding. You got no wave, but you just go out there and you stand on your paddleboard and you are providing all the effort. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's still a great experience. Now, ugly niches include existing brick and mortar businesses. For example, if you're an orthodontist, you are in what is called an ugly niche online. Does that mean you shouldn't be marketing online? No.
Not at all.
No. You got to take your business online. So it's going to be harder. You're not going to get the virality. You're not going to blow up your Facebook page. Like our League of Legends page went from 0 to 2,000 likes in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Never going to happen for a dentist. I'm sorry, dentist. Never going to happen. But eventually, well, I shouldn't say never. It'll happen eventually, but certainly won't happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult to make it happen in 2 weeks. There'd be just nothing super sexy to talk about.
And so if you're in an ugly niche, don't despair. It might be harder and take longer, but in the end, you could end up with a much stronger business. For example, some of these sexy niches are here and gone. My friend Kimball, who was on the show a few weeks ago, we ought to have him back. He was a great guest.
Yeah.
We actually did invite him back, and he slept in.
That's true.
And so I hope he's not watching this episode, but he was very apologetic and would like to come back. But my point, when him and I had this conversation, he says, David, I don't mind a sexy niche, because his last sexy niche that he entered, he generated $700,000 in 6 months and then it was over. And he's like, I don't need to do that often. So I don't mind starting from scratch, writing a super hot current promotional item for 6 months and bringing in $700,000. Works for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more of a long-term guy. I like to build an e-commerce site that has traffic coming every day, all day, long-term. It might take me 2 years to generate $700,000 in sales, not 6 months. But in 3 years, I hope I'm still selling products on that, and in 4 years, and in 5 years, and in 10 years. And so I'm more of the long-term guy, but there's not a right or wrong here.
Yeah, you can do that. You can ride all these different current waves. You just have to keep on top of it and just go through it and ride it, and then out. And then you start over again.
Yep.
Or you take your vacation, and then you start over again.
And just for a minute, let's cover what the ugly niche person does. So what you can still take advantage of some of these trends with your ugly niche.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So that's the way I would apply it there.
Combine them and use them together. That's for sure.
Yeah. So if you can figure out how to tie current events, current hot topics, current things into your marketing. I suppose one of the simple ways we saw that happen a couple of years ago is when the iPad was super hot. We saw people in ugly niches giving away iPads if people took certain actions.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do that anymore. That's a little bit dead.
That is a little bit, well, it's not current anymore. That's what I was saying a couple of years ago. But what's current now? You just go with what is current now? What's current hot now? What grabs people's attention and eyeballs, and how could we use that to get people to our ugly niche?
Yeah. I was going to say one of the samples here, examples that we have of ugly niches, we have insurance, dentistry, and landscaping. And I was just going to say, insurance, is that an ugly niche or a sexy niche?
It's ugly
today.
It's ugly
right now.
Oh, well, health insurance, it's ugly because
It's ugly, but think about all the traffic happening right now.
Oh, good
for
point.
insurance.
Good point. So there's heat around the subject. There's people
there's
very
so much heat right
angry at the government for screwing up their health insurance and breaking their promises.
Think about putting an ebook on Facebook right now, doing a little bit of advertising and putting an ebook and saying how to get around Obamacare, how to win in the Affordable Care Act, and having an ebook and grabbing people's emails from that.
You're ahead of me, Dan.
That'd be huge.
You're a couple of steps ahead. That's awesome thinking. Way to go.
Yeah, I mean, just from that one little, used to be ugly, month ago, ugly niche. Today, booming.
There's heat around it. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Good point.
So if you're in an ugly niche, pay attention to any kind of trends like that.
If you're selling health insurance, you could take advantage of the current heat around health insurance.
Yeah.
Good point.
Definitely get some clicks on that.
So what are the elements of sexy niches? Irrational passion. We've got an image on the blog post of a guy wearing a CrossFit shirt. CrossFit is a sexy niche. And a sub niche of that, in a way, is the paleo diet. CrossFit made the paleo diet super popular. The paleo diet is a super popular niche. It's got irrational passion around it.
Why is it irrational, though? Explain to me that.
It's irrational.
Yeah.
Irrational meaning it's almost like religious. Like a lot of people that do CrossFit, they're believers. They're not just exercisers. They are in the camp that I talked about earlier. They think that gym rats are idiots. They not only believe their way is the best, they believe all other ways are lousy. They are for their cause and against other cause. One of the other questions, would they buy a t-shirt? When you're studying these niches, would a person buy a t-shirt about this? That's one of the questions you ask. If the answer is yes, you've got a sexy niche. See, if I'm a landscaper and I own Dave's Landscaping Company, I can give someone a t-shirt as a nice perk and they might wear my t-shirt with the Dave's Landscaping logo, but they're not going to buy it.
They might wear it to bed.
Not going to buy it.
Not going to buy it, though, and wear it in public.
Right? Ugly niche.
Well, they might wear it in public once.
But how many t-shirts do you see out there for CrossFit or for the paleo diet or for whatever? There's a bunch of them. People are into it.
And I like this. The graphic that you have there, the actual t-shirt there. The quote on it says, "Don't use machines such as a gym rat. Become one." So just in that one little sentence, it's kind of everything that you just talked about. They're saying that you can become a machine. They're saying that CrossFit will do that to you, and don't use machines, which is what gym rats do. So they're kind of like going against their opposition and building themselves up, all within one little t-shirt.
And
so,
that identifies
buy that t-shirt.
Sexy niche.
Sexy
right there.
niche.
Okay, so other elements, how to find them. Well, let's talk about that. Well, actually, let's cover all the points of a sexy niche. Irrational passion, we covered. Social. They'll share it on Facebook. They'll talk about it. They'll develop a friend. They'll develop friends who are in the same genre. You know how many friends I have?
Check into a place.
Yeah, they'll check into their gym. And so it's all being shared virally. I have a ton of friends on Facebook that are my triathlon friends. Triathlon is a niche. Now, triathlon is an ocean. Triathlon's the largest organized sport in the world now. They've got the largest paid body, 700,000 members at USAT. And it's the fastest growing sport in the world. That makes it an ocean.
Yeah.
You can't rank for the term triathlon anymore.
That's interesting.
But I'm entering the subset of triathlon where actually there's a merging subset between CrossFit and triathlon. There's a lot of CrossFitters that want to do a triathlon.
Huh.
And they call that CrossFit Endurance. And so I've set up CFE Planet. CrossFit Endurance is CFE. That's the initials that people in the know are using. Another point of a sexy niche, they have their own lingo. They have language. Like, for example, in CrossFit, it's their daily WOD. WOD, workout of the day, a WOD. What's the WOD for the day? Well, that sentence wouldn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense to me until you explained it.
So do they have their own language? Another identifier of a sexy niche. Back to Facebook.com/League of Legends Planet, our gamer page.
Oh, man.
I don't even understand what they're talking about.
Go. You guys got to go to that page. It is the funniest thing.
It actually is very funny.
And because it's so funny, because I don't understand a single thing on the page. you can read the last 5 posts. I haven't actually gone to the page for a few days, but go to that page and just read some posts, and it is so bizarre to see the literal foreign language that they're using,
Yep.
but still speaking English. But it's a foreign language that they're speaking, and how viral it gets, because there's just thousands of people on that page who totally get it and love it, and they're like writing the same things, and you have no idea what they're saying. It's so funny. And I think that all these people are Native American or Native English speakers.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy.
And it's fun.
Oh yeah.
It's fun to do.
It is fun. For them, they just that's like their thing. They love it. That's
Irrational
their
passion.
habit.
It's social. Now, the next one is controversial. Now, the gaming niche, that one's not controversial. There's no controversy there. Politics, you got
It
controversy.
could be. I've heard of a lot of Call of Duty versus I don't even remember the other one, but games. You know, one game is better than the other.
So there could be controversy
So you
there.
can work some controversy into a lot of different things.
And then the other element is the one you hit on with health insurance, things that are trending.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how do you find things that are trending. This is actually really cool. You can just go to Google Trends. A lot of people may not be aware there's a thing called Google Trends. Of course, Google has their ear to the ground on everything happening online, and they publish the hottest stuff and what's going on right now. After the break, more on identifying trends that you can make money in here on the Escape the Matrix show, KHQN 1480 AM and escapethematrix.net. And outro with the groovy blues music. I still have not done my assignment to provide Clark with additional musical ideas for intros,
that's why we have
outros.
the groovy music?
It's because I keep dropping the ball on the music assignment. By the way, if you're watching online, you can go to facebook.com/escapethematrix, and you can ask questions, and we will answer them. Even if we don't know the answer, we'll make up something. So,
Yep. Hey, this is pretty cool. I don't think I even knew about this Google Trends, google.com/trends.
yeah.
That's pretty cool stuff, you know? Right now trending is Ryan Ferguson.
Who's
I
that?
don't even know who that is.
He wants to rebuild his life. Something happened and he's gone viral and he's popular. And let's have a quick look. And after the break, we'll dive deeper into that. Walmart Black Friday 2013 is already trending.
200,000 plus searches.
Now, there's an example of an ugly niche, retail,
Yeah, retail.
trending
grocery
because
store.
of big news that they're creating.
Yep. There's another one, Best Buy Black Friday. Man, is Best Buy an ugly niche or what? I just mean Best Buy and the fact that lately they've just tanked in their sales and they've closed stores and stuff.
Oh, have they? That's
Well,
a shame.
I mean-
I'm a big fan of Best Buy.
I mean, not in the last year. I mean, in the last 5 years or something.
Yeah,
They're
because
still
of
hanging on
online
pretty good. Right.
e-commerce. Us bad guy online marketers.
Yes.
We are back. Rockin' AM radio, where AM is still cool at the Escape the Matrix show with Dave Sherwin and Dan Jones, talking today about niche marketing, the easiest and fastest way to make money online, and a concept you have to be aware of, whether you are in an ugly niche like a brick and mortar business, or you're an insurance agent or a orthodontist, or whether you are wanting to tap into a sexy niche and make money with something trending. We ended the last segment talking about trends, and Dan has been Googling around in Google Trends. You've actually moved on to eBay. Now let's go back to Google Trends for a minute, because you can easily find that, by the way, at google.com/trends. And what that shows you is those hottest things that are trending on Google. And Google does us a favor also of breaking them down into categories.
Breaking them into days.
into days.
Right.
And also categories is on the left. You could actually
right.
drill deeper. And then there's a lot you can do on that page. So Dan is currently at the hot searches, and we both kind of keyed into yesterday's. The number one trending topic yesterday was Walmart Black Friday 2013.
Which is, yeah, it's gotten way more searches than anything else. It's at 200,000 plus searches.
And what that tells us is another good example of how an ugly niche, retail, has tapped into something trending and done some good either PR, or they're tapping into a seasonal trending current issue of the Thanksgiving sales here in the US that are coming up. And Walmart has done a great job. And I don't know whether they forced it or whether this is natural or whether their PR team has just put out some great stuff about how incredible Black Friday will be to generate this love. Best Buy is number 6.
Yeah, they have 50,000 plus searches, and it's because they have some ad leaks. They've already leaked some ads of what they're going to have: laptop, desktop, tablet, PC deals.
So leaked some stuff and created some virality. An excellent example of some ugly niches tapping into a sexy, the sexiness of a current trend.
Yeah, I heard that also. Interestingly, is that I don't know I wonder if it's a trend. I'd have to look back for a little bit further, but I think it was Toys R Us is going to be opening at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. And that was kind of a little bit of a trend. I'm sure that a lot of people are like a little bit angry about that, the fact that they're cutting into their Thanksgiving time.
Well, apparently Sears is opening Thanksgiving morning.
What?
Yeah, you ever heard of them?
When they're heard of them.
They used to be popular in like 1900. They were really big. Okay, so how does our listener apply this? Well, go to Google Trends and just look at what is trending and see if something sparks with you. Now, be careful with celebrities. Like Miley Cyrus is often on here and trending.
Lately, yes.
But it's difficult to make money or to create a Facebook page about a celebrity, and you got copyright issues. You can't just go grab facebook.com/Miley Cyrus sucks, for example. You might be able to, actually. I don't know, Dan, but you'd have to be careful, right? But a Miley Cyrus sucks page could be very, very fun and popular on Facebook. And again, you can be in a sexy niche for or against.
Yeah.
Like in politics, you can be left or you can be right. What you don't want to be is in the middle. We want to be where the heat is, where the fight is, where the action is.
Yeah, that's true. I was kind of scrolling through here, and there's so many celebrities. It's just boring. I don't know if you can find something. I'm sure somebody could find something to do with finding that there's all these celebrities like Ed Reed or Dwayne Bowe and all these different things. What I thought was interesting was down here on what day is this? This was Sunday. UFC was trending pretty high, and I'm sure that UFC actually trends pretty often.
UFC is an excellent example of a sexy niche.
Yeah.
You can set up something like facebook.com/UFC news, UFC trends, UFC something. The same is true of MMA. Yeah. MMA, you talk about irrational passion, you have it. It's probably going to be here long term. You can make money for a long time.
Yeah. So there's definitely some stuff that's right there that you can just start going. Just start. I mean, you could make a UFC page, UFC news, and then you could almost farm out. You could pay someone $10 a day to grab images and memes and status updates from all the other Facebook pages on UFC out there and build up your following just that quick.
As I was preparing this blog post and poking around Facebook for various viral, sexy niche type of stuff, I found several around the Dancing with the Stars brand.
Yeah.
One of them, I believe, was facebook.com/Dancing with the Stars news. And man, talk about an irrationally passionate niche. They're into it. I mean, when someone got booted off the show, who they felt shouldn't have been booted off the show, talk about virality.
Yeah.
Man, they were angry. They were participating. Funny. They were up in arms. They were complaining.
That is great.
That's
great.
That's what we're talking about right there. So trending, popular, irrational passion. Would they wear the shirt? All these questions, identify them. A couple other links we have on the site to help you noodle more on this and figure out a niche you could enter. Amazon bestsellers. Go to Amazon and just click on their bestsellers and see what's super popular.
This is amazing. Going onto this is amazing because these are products that you can sell.
Yeah, you just sign up
Oftentimes.
as an Amazon affiliate.
Or that, yeah. You don't even have to get them in. I mean, but I'm saying, like, you know, if you wanted to sell some of these on your own website, but the easiest thing, obviously, would be to sell them on your own website. You can post, or on your own Facebook page. You can post your affiliate link on your Facebook page. How simple is that?
Yep.
You just found something that's trending. You know, you can try and, you know, figure out what's something that's trending often, trending every year around this time, and you just keep selling it. Amazing.
And you bring
So
up
check
an
this
excellent point, and some of our listeners are probably still wondering about making money with it, which you're hitting on right now. So I hope our listeners understand what Dan just said and how powerful it is. When you go to Amazon and you see what the best sellers are, do you realize you can sign up as an Amazon affiliate? Now, my son and I have been Amazon affiliates for a long time. My 17-year-old son, Tyler, who's also doing the League of Legends gamer page with me, we sell stuff on Amazon all the time. We don't make that much money. I have to warn you, it's not very high commission. You're talking like 4%. But it's super easy, and so why not? And it's the type of thing that once you're an Amazon affiliate, and that's very easy to do, just sign up. I mean, I think they approve everybody pretty much.
I think I'm one. I'm an Amazon affiliate, and I don't think I've done a single thing on it.
And it's super easy. I don't know if you realize, Dan, but every one of those products, as an affiliate, you can go in there, you can grab the link, and you can simply make a blog post about it with a link to it. They give you the image of it. You can have the Amazon, it's similar to the Pinterest rich pin kind of look and feel, where it's kind of, think of a rich pin on your post that shows the product, the price, buy it here. And so right there on your blog post, they click buy.
It's kind of an image that embeds that has all that in it.
Has everything in it.
Wow.
They
That's
just go
pretty
there and buy it
intense.
from Amazon, and you get a check from Amazon.
Has online marketing ever been so simple?
It hasn't. I think back to a few weeks ago where we talked about that affiliate that I have right now, Annette, who is just killing it on Pinterest.
Yeah.
Making a full-time income just from marketing my stuff, my HCG product, she signed up to be an affiliate for me. And now she's just doing this stuff that we're talking about online, mostly in free arenas like Pinterest, and has generated enough traffic to her boards. It's almost a full-time income.
Yeah, I'm just blown away because you can just see, combine this episode with the previous 4 or 5 episodes, all of a sudden you found a niche, you found a product, you found a trend that you can market. Combine that with the Pinterest marketing and the video marketing and the Facebook marketing that we've already talked about, and bam, all of a sudden you can start making a full-time income selling UFC, selling Amazon products.
And speaking
through
of what we've been
affiliate-led
talking about the
networks.
last few weeks, yes, to everything you just said, plus you could, if you wanted to build a page around it and get it ranked on Google very quickly, our latest guide was just uploaded to our premium training. If you go to escapethematrix.net and click on premium training, there's a $1 trial for our back office, and then it's $27 a month. Very inexpensive. Anyone could afford it. And our latest guide we just uploaded over the last week is called SEO Made Easy. And Dan,
Amazing.
It is the bomb.
Yeah.
It is cool. It's got everything, and literally step by step, once you found this irrationally passionate niche, how to buy the URL, create a website, get it ranked on the front page of Google, and have a bunch of people coming to it and buying stuff from you within days. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, that's how it works when you do this right. And that guide it's a little long. It's 100 pages. But most of it is graphical. It's a very easy read. It goes step by step. So for those of you that aren't members of our premium back office, now is a great time to jump in, because that one guide is worth a year worth of your payment, I promise you.
Yeah.
But you add that to the Pinterest guide, the Facebook guide, and all the videos and other training that's there. So a little plug for Escape the Matrix there, but how you could take all this and roll it into a website now that's your real estate online, an asset that you own and control, where you can do all of the above. You can put affiliate links. You can put the Amazon products. You can put links to anything that you're selling. It ties into your Facebook pages, and you can do a complete strategy. You can do
It can be your
Pinterest.
hub for everything else that you're doing.
Yeah, and unlike Pinterest and Facebook and Twitter, it's something that you own. You should always have your own website around anything that you're doing.
Right.
So SEO Made Easy, latest guide, just barely uploaded, 100 pages long, and it's step-by-step everything you need, including the details, which is kind of cool, how to build the website.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all with free tools. Don't have to spend a dime.
Holy cow! I think I got a little passionate over this, and we ran out of time.
We
And
are
we're in the last segment.
Out of time. Those of you that joined us late or just didn't get the whole show, you can go to escapethematrix.net, click on the blog, and go to niche marketing. The easiest way to succeed online is the title. Next week, hopefully, we're going to be talking about paid traffic with the guys from Disruptive Marketing, pay-per-click. This is Dave Sherwin and Dan Jones, KHQN 1480 AM. Thank you for joining us online, and next week we will have our ducks in a row that you will actually be able to use the question answer feature in the Google Hangout and communicate, and we'd love to hear from you. So same time next week, you'll get the link at facebook.com/escapethematrix. Thanks for joining us.